Hello! In the following video, you will be introduced to the concept of integrating grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation in a single lesson, and you will be given an example that you can adapt to the context of EFL teaching in rural areas. Have you ever noticed that a high number of activities in our lessons tend to focus on either vocabulary instruction or on grammar drills? Even worse, we tend to neglect pronunciation in our lessons because we think it might not be important enough for our students. So the question is it possible to create activities in our lessons in which students can practice grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation at the same time, just as they would do in a natural environment and in a real context? Let's review some important information. Grammar is a component that refers to two patterns, morphology and syntax. Additionally, grammar deals with meaning. Oxford Dictionaries defines vocabulary as the body of words used in a particular language. Learning new words allows communication to take place, and these words can be taught in isolation or in combinations. Likewise, pronunciation, or the sounds of language, can also be taught in isolation or in combination, and just like with grammar and vocabulary, practicing it is an essential part of language teaching. Integrating these three elements of language helps our students become aware of how English works, and this can help students improve their performance in the different skills. So how can we integrate these three elements in a lesson? Some activities we can do with our students are role plays, dialogues, interviews, oral reports, and so on. The following is an example of an activity you can easily try out in your classroom. The task is to sing a song which the students have modified the lyrics to. Let's take a look at the steps. Present your students with the lyrics of the song "Have You Ever Seen the Rain?" by Creedence Clearwater Revival. First, introduce the theme of the song and the key words to help your students familiarize themselves with the content of the song. Ask them to underline the structures that are in the present perfect tense. You can expand this activity by asking them to identify verbs in participle, make a list of other verbs in participle, or identify regular and irregular verbs. This way, you can practice a grammar structure with your students. Split the song lyrics into different stanzas and plan activities for each part. For example, filling in the gaps, correcting the wrong words, or identifying minimal pairs. Have fun with your students and sing the song as many times as you feel necessary, at the beginning of the lesson or at the end. This way, you can reinforce students' pronunciation. As a post-activity, ask your students to change the song lyrics and create a new version, using the same grammar structure, but incorporating new words. By doing this, students will expand their use of vocabulary. Finally, check your students' new versions of the song and ask them to perform in front of the class. By this time, they will have practiced pronunciation patterns during the lesson and should feel confident singing the new lyrics. Summary. In conclusion, should we teach grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation as separate components? The answer is we could. However, it is much better for learners if we integrate them in the different activities we do in a lesson. Let's review the main concepts we learned today. Grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation can be practiced in different ways in a single lesson. Language must always be contextualized. Therefore, these three elements are better developed if they are integrated. Students need to be given opportunities to use authentic language. This is why today we chose a song.